about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Harambe YouTube, it's Charles here, and today I want to do a different kind of video. Being a newer comic book collector myself, I am about 6 years into the hobby. There are lots of things that I either don't understand or I'm just now getting familiar with, and I'd like to use this channel of a way of helping you discover if comic book collecting is something that you'll be interested in, and to give you a foothold in the stuff that I am learning as well. So with that being said, something I've noticed recently is the proliferation of facsimiles. And I didn't understand what a facsimile edition was at first, and so I got into a couple of them, and what it is it's a recreation of a classic comic book, not just with the story and the art, but even the advertisements and everything that went into the #1 issue. It's a way of getting that into your hands at a cost, a price that is cost effective. The first one I bought was a Detective Comics one that was it was a monumental issue. I wish I wouldn't have followed it away. I could probably I'll give you an example. But we're just going to be looking at one example for this video. Another one is the first appearance of Harley Quinn and Batman. That's a recent facsimile edition. And then I got a facsimile edition that I was really looking forward to, because I am a big fan of the current Witchblade series from Image Comics. And so when they put out a facsimile of the original series going back to, I believe it was released in the 1990s, I was excited because there was no way I was ever going to get my hands on a Witchblade first printing #1. No way that was going to happen. It's been so many years, and if there's one in good shape available, I am not going to find it, and I bet you can guess what is going to happen. Yes, an original first edition of Witchblade #1. Not only #1, but give me a second here. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I actually got these from the kindness of a buddy of mine. He's a collector from way back, but he's wanting to make some room, get rid of some old books, and he knew that I would appreciate them, so he gave me 2 long boxes and 2 bags, grocery bags worth of comic books. And when I started examining them, the first thing I saw was another series that I've been recently collecting, and this Witchblade. And I thought to myself, this Witchblade looks familiar. And I'm like, there's no way that it's the actual #1 of the facsimile I just bought. And yeah, it is. And so, courtesy of my buddy Steve, I got to get my hands on a book that I never thought I would see. And so what I want to do is I want to compare, see what's the same, see what is different, and we're just going to kind of skim through and contrast and compare the original to the facsimile, and to see with these facsimile editions what sticks, what ends up staying the course, what changes between the two. And I mean, this is a cold look at it right here. I haven't been through it myself. I figured I would do it on camera here so you guys get to experience it the same way I do. And so let's start with the original #1 here. Brilliant cover. We have the art, which takes up most of the page. We have the Image Comics logo right here with the price right below it. $2.50 American, $3.55 Canadian, and it's from November. And so let's take a look at this. Really the only difference is going to be that image logo with the prices on it. We have one price, $3.99 US, and I mean it is pretty much identical. The only difference, like I said, is the image logo with the price underneath. And the newer facsimile edition is a little bit brighter, but that is because it hasn't been sitting in a long box for 20 years. So that is going to be one obvious difference. Let's open it up, get a look at the first page here. Okay, and then as you go to the first page here, a couple things I'm noticing right off. You guys need to get a look at that. The only difference I'm seeing here is here about the publishers. It is Image Comics, Top Cow Productions. Okay. And then yeah, it has an 800 number for a comic shop locator on there, and yeah, this is the facsimile we're looking at right now. And let you know all the different covers that are available. There is an A, B, and C, and it looks like we have 3 foil editions. Then it'd be the B foil edition, the convention foil edition, and the Top Cow store foil edition. And then the small lettering, of course, on the bottom has this year's information on it, since it is a facsimile produced in 2025. And now here we have the Image Top Cow and Ballistic Studios. That's not on the new one. And this is Witchblade number 1, November 1995, first printing. So 1995, we're looking at a nearly 30-year-old book here. So that is very impressive. Let me take my glasses off. Okay, very interesting here. And then you see the art, the lettering, everything is identical between 1995 and 2025. I can say, looking at both of these books here, when we actually get past the cover, the facsimile edition, the paper is actually a thicker stock, and it has kind of a gloss on it. And this is more just traditional paper. You know, it has no gloss or really shine to it. So that is a difference right there. And the texture. And yeah, everything is the same. Let's go through and see if I can find an ad page. I don't think they were doing those too much back in the day. Okay, so here we go. Our first ad page. And it says Top Cow Secrets Special Winter Lingerie Edition. Cover by Mark Silvestri. Individual pieces by Studio Ballistique. And that is the original. So let's see if I can find that same ad page in this edition. Okay, yeah. As we can see, the ad page is identical. Let's see if we have any more ad pages here. Now this is interesting. Let's see here if that is going to be. Okay, yeah, here is an ad for the comic book Cyber Force. And it is exactly the same. This is a very interesting little experiment here. Okay, then at the end, as soon as we get through the last page, we have an ad for Witchblade number 2. Which is the same exactly from both books. Again, the newer book is a bit glossier. Okay, and then uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is going to be my question here. We have ad pages for Cyblade She and Cyblade She Battle for the Independence, hottest crossover of the year. And then another. Trying to be thorough here, go through. And then the last page. Yeah, exactly the same. The last page is an ad for Weapon Zero. And the back covers are the same except for the barcode at the bottom. Witchblade number 1, facsimile edition, cover A, topcow.com, imagecomics.com, rated T, Teen Plus, and on the back of the original is just the art. And so that is a very interesting look at facsimiles and the difference between the two. Mainly, it seems like, at least for this Image Comics comparison, all of the business, pretty much the pricing and the credits are the only things that will change between the two copies. You have the example here on the cover, the image with the prices on there, the difference there. And then when we open up the front cover, as far as the company and the credits, they are slightly updated. But they're formatted exactly the same in the fine print, of course. But then once we get past the cover page, everything is completely identical. So these facsimile editions are in essence, time machines, taking you back to getting, to something that's going to very close to the original. And so you know what to look for, at least from these facsimiles. If you're going to be getting into one from Image Comics, I can't speak to other companies because with the other facsimiles I don't have the number 1 issues or to send the corresponding issue, and so I can't do a hands-on comparison like I can do here. This was a very happy accident and a very happy surprise. Like I said, I thought I would never get my hands on the original Witchblade #1, much less the first 5 books of the series. And so, yeah, we're going to be seeing more stuff from that collection I was gifted. I've already put out a video or two going through that stuff, but I have literally years of reading to do to get through that, and a lot of videos to get through that. A lot of She books, a lot of G.I. Joe, Spider-Man, Lady Death, and a whole lot of Image comics that I have not heard of. So we have a lot to get through. So until then, stay tuned. Keep reading them books, you know I will. And go out so you can get your hands on Witchblade #1, the facsimile edition, and time travel in essence back to 1995. I'll see you next time. I'm out.